Also 10 years ago this week, Biggie, do you remember the name Rachel Dolezal?
Is she the woman that claimed to be African American, but was not, but was actually just a white?
She's a white.
Good memory.
It turned out she was the president of Spokane's chapter of the NAACP, and she's a white pretending to be black. That's exactly what happened. She made the headlines again last year when her OnlyFans page got her fired from a teaching job in Arizona. She was back in the
I knew
news.
we talked about her since, or the name had bubbled up.
Well, she was pretty defiant, too, when they realized she wasn't African American. She was like,
Yeah.
I can't run the NAACP of Spokane.
Yeah, first she claimed she was. Then when it was turned out she wasn't, she really doubled down on it.
Yeah.
10 years ago this week, A-Rod got his 3,000th hit, Alex Rodriguez, and when it was caught in the stands, it was caught by a guy named Zack Hample. He's a notorious guy who goes to baseball games simply to catch historic home run balls, so he would not give it back. Eventually, they had to give him a bunch of swag signed by A-Rod and $150,000 to his favorite charity for him to give the ball back. And he did for the 3,000th hit. It turned out to be a home run. It was, his 3,000th hit was a home run. And so he wound up getting the ball. And
a lot of people really dislike that guy.
Yeah.
The ball catcher guy. I mean, he's good interest, like what do they call it, a human interest story.
Yeah.
Because he sort of sets up, he knows where players are going to hit the ball.
Yes.
He always brings a glove. He never gives the balls to kids.
That's right.
You know, I think there's video of him knocking kids out of the way to get to a ball.
That's right. I respect it.
Yeah.
Your respect meter today is all out of whack.
Something about it. I really got to give it to this guy, you know?
Big baseball news over the weekend, especially for your team, Chris Kelly. The Red Sox trading one of their stars. However, did you hear the part about the pitcher they're receiving?
No, they traded, I just saw it yesterday break. They're trading Rafael Devers, who played third base and designated hitter.
They're getting a starting pitcher back from the San Francisco Giants, who was scheduled to pitch yesterday, and 30 minutes before was like, you're out. We traded you.
And he didn't pitch.
No, so they had to pick someone else and change up the rotation. So they were laughing because the start of the game was a little bit delayed because they let the guy now starting for the Giants throw a few extra practice pitches.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that's really...
Yeah, because he was scheduled to start, and they were like, nope, you're out. You're traded. Here you go.
Interesting, because the Red Sox played an afternoon game, and Devers hit a home run.
Yeah, the trade happened after he had played, so he found out after the game. Meanwhile, they were getting ready to play in San Fran last night, or in L.A., and they were like, stop.
One time the Red Sox traded a guy, this is in 2004, they traded Nomar Garciaparra, and they were playing the Twins. They got a player from the Twins in a three-way trade, and he just changed locker rooms. He literally walked from one side. Yeah. I guess that happens sometimes. There's one famous trade, I don't remember who it was, but he played the first game of a doubleheader for one team and the second game of a doubleheader for another team. Might have been because of a rain delay.
Right.
In fact, I think there was a guy, and the trade was Mets and Cubs maybe, or Mets and Braves. I don't remember the teams. But they started the game, and it gets suspended in like the sixth inning or fourth inning, whatever it was, for rain. And they decide to make up the game a few weeks later when they play again. And the guys traded from one team to this. So he started part of the game. He played like the first six innings for one team and the last
same game.
Unbelievable how sometimes baseball works out that way, you know?
Yeah.
Disastrous trade for the Red Sox. I feel like he was a cancer in the clubhouse. That's the only reason they traded him. Because he was hitting home runs. I mean, he was playing pretty well. And but he wouldn't, you know what he wouldn't do is change positions. They wanted him to change positions. He wouldn't do it.
Well, they said that where he'll be now in San Francisco, they'll pretty much let him do what he wants.
Yeah, right.
He can be a DH. He can be what he wants.
They're contenders, right, in San Francisco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Red Sox aren't out of it, are they, by any means?
No, I mean, they've been playing better as of late. And, I mean, they're in the wild card chase. But they have been playing pretty well lately. They had a bad start to the season, but they've won like six out of seven or seven. They just swept the Yankees, which is like undoable. And so I thought, okay, they're finally getting it together. And then they traded him. I have to believe it's only because of interpersonal relationships. Attitude, exactly. The Rob Lowe news is we had the we had the softest copy of the week. All right, softest copy of the year was Thursday or Friday when we said he has a go-to snack item when he's got a cheat meal, and it's whatever city he's in. If he's in Philadelphia.
It's geographic cheat day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What was it in New York? An apple pan?
No, that was California. In New York, it was pizza.
Slice.
Pizza, that's right.
In Philadelphia, it was a cheesesteak. In L.A., it was an apple pan.
Duh.
So if he was in New Orleans, what would he eat? Etouffee?
Gumbo.
Po' boy.
Yeah, etouffee. What's that dessert?
Beignets,
Beignet. Yeah, he'd have all of that in New Orleans. If he goes down to Florida, what is it? Good seafood, fried seafood,
Fried grouper?
Yeah.
Well, he's also got to go to. He waited through the weekend to say, "My go-to workout song is "I Have the Tiger." Anytime he's running, and if he's going for a new bench press personal record, always "Eye of the Tiger." I respect it.
How old was he when that movie hit?
Rocky 3?
Rocky 3.
I would say he was about 16, 7. No, I think he's about 20. 19 or 20. That movie was 82, and I think he's 60-something
Oh, really?
now. I
thought he was young.
I think
Okay.
he's about 19. Yeah.
You ever stop the folks at the gym and say, could you put on my song while you're doing your challenges?
No, you just got to take what you get. But they play this one a lot.
Do
they
people
let
bring their own music in?
Not at our gym, no.
Do they let you request ahead of time? Like, does anyone have any songs for tomorrow?
Once in a while, they'll say, we're putting together a
90s mix.
90s mix, or they'll say, do you want 80s mix or whatever? Occasionally, but very rare. I'll tell you what they're doing at the end of the month. They're doing a 90-minute pride workout, gay pride.
Mm-hmm.
And I really...
I know what day you're missing. Let me go ahead and... I will not be signing up for that. Everyone just awkwardly looks at you.
No, I love the music. I love the music. It's a lot of Lady Gaga. It's a lot of Taylor, And
okay.
I was like, I am going to do this. I want for 90 minutes.
Cher.
Cher.
Yeah.
There's a ton of Cher. You know what a fan I am.
Elton.
You know what a fan I am.
Should we get you a shirt that says I'm an ally?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The music.
The music is tremendous.
I'm not gay, but my music is.
When they... they'll play some... who's the band?
Sam Smith.
YMCA, and
Village.
Village people. They play a lot of that. I said they announced it in class, and I was like, "Woo! Woo!"
Yeah.
And everybody else was like, "What do you?"
We have a coworker who often wears a shirt that says free mom hugs. Maybe you could borrow that shirt
Yes.
for the workout.
Yes.
She gives a hug to homosexuals who feel like they need a hug, and she's just like, "Come on,
Yes.
I'll be your mom. You're put out by your parents, so she's like,
Yes.
come on, I'll hug you." Chris Demm's worst nightmare, by the way. He
Yeah.
does not want a hug
No.
from anyone, period. So as soon as they announced it, I was like, are they playing Britney Spears? Everybody's like, well, yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
Queen.
Yeah. Yes. And I was like, well, sign me up. I don't know if we'll get back in time. We'll be at the beach. Okay?
Oh, so it's a timing thing.
It's a Saturday, and they're doing it at noon, and it's the day we're coming back from the beach. And I said, if I can,
It'll be tight.
I told my wife, can we leave extra early?
Get the kids up at dawn.
And she goes, what do you want to come back for? I said, think of that 90-minute pride workout. And she goes, do you have to go to that? I was like, yes, for the music.
Yes,
Yeah.
Queen.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
if you're not there, people will murmur.
Well,
Yeah.
right. Then it's like,
Anyone that skips Pride workout day is going to be like, oh,
I see.
I didn't think he was an ally.
Exactly. So it's like,
Judge. I was at the beach. Right. Sure.
I have a teenager. She slept late.
Right.
you think she's going to get up at the crack of dawn so I can come back? and
No.
get 90 minutes of a Pride Day workout? No, that is not
I had a
happening.
shirt. I bought a shirt. It said free mom hugs.
I know.
We had to get a late checkout.
I know. I have to miss the special Juneteenth workout as well.
You have to?
I have a dermatologist appointment.
Well, no one's surprised by that.
I'm telling everybody, it's my dermatologist. It's my skin. They're like, it sure is.
Sure. You're right. It is
One
your
day
skin.
you think about
Oh,
it.
it is your skin. Yeah, the one day you have to miss. I know.